Hello. The topic of discussion for today is probability and probability distribution. As you can see, the idea of probability is about prediction of future based on the past experience. So what we do is, if let us say if we have a die, you're playing Ludos with the die. So this is score 2 here. So there must be, let's say, 1 here, 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Now what happens is on the other side there will be 3. On the other side of 1 will be 6. On the other side of 2 will be 5. A die is always such that opposite sides, the addition of opposite sides scores is always equal to 7. So if it is 2 here, then exactly on the behind side will be 5. If it is 4 here, then on this side will be 3. If it is 1 here, on this side will be 6. Now if I roll a die, the scores can be 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. So when we roll a die, the scores are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, any one of them. And all 6 are equally likely. It is not like an election result where this candidate has a great chance to win. No, these 6 are equal in possibility. There is nothing on this die which is making this die heavy on one side. Because if it is heavy on 2, if the side showing 2 is heavy, then normally 2 will come down. So on the top of the surface will be 5 and the score will be 5 many times. So 5 is favored. This is called as unfair die. Unfair die is that die which is favoring one score or which is favoring 2 scores. An unfair die is that die where scores are manipulated. But a fair die is that die where every score is equally possible. So the possibility of getting 3, probability of getting 3 is equal to, how many times can 3 come? Only once. And how many scores are possible? 6 scores are possible. So the answer is 1 by 6. The probability of getting an even number as score. The probability of even score is equal. How many even scores are possible? 2, 4 and 6. Divided by total number of scores. In this way we are finding out the probability. But this course, everything, this experience, this knowledge is coming from behind. The typical use of the probability and the techniques of probability is in weather reports. You can check on Google or Google weather reports. You will find that, or there are many other websites as well, you will find that there are predictions that 30% chances of rain. How do they know that it might rain after 1 hour and the chances are 30%? Is there any technology that we invented which can help us go into the future and check what is the possibility of rain? No. But we have satellite images. And through satellite images we know the cloud formation. And from the previous data we can tell that every time such clouds were possible, every time such formations happened, the chances of rain were 30%. If there are darker clouds and more cover of clouds, then the chance of rain will be more. So there are predictions based on past experience. But the predictions are about future. So this is what probability is all about. Predicting the future from your past experience based on a technique, based on science, is called as probability. But our topic of discussion is not just probability, it is probability distribution. Now, probability distribution is not something that you can learn at the start. We cannot have an introduction of probability distribution. But instead what I will do is, I will start with the first topic and after that we can discuss what is probability distribution. So the first topic is binomial, sorry, it's not binary, it is binomial distribution. The binomial distribution, the word binomial, bi means two and nomi is terms. So there are two terms about it. Let's say if you are talking about rain, then P is one term which says it will rain. Now there is only one other possibility that it won't rain. And we know that these two possibilities are absolutely opposites of each other. There is nothing like कि थोड़ा ये. अगर बारिश हुई, नहीं हुई. There is nothing like okay, it rained but not rained. It is not possible. We are not talking about the extent of rain. We are not saying कि हाँ, it rained but it was only a little bit. We are not talking about little bit or great or less or more. We are not talking about the extent. We are talking about did that rain, did that event take place or not take place. So it might happen and might not happen. There are the only two possibilities. So we have two possibilities, P and Q. We know that obviously there is nothing common between P and Q, and there is nothing else possible. Either it will rain or it will not rain. There is nothing else possible. You will say it was a sunny day. Yeah, but it was sunny day, it means that it did not rain. Or on a sunny day it might rain, still rain. It's rare, but it happens. So in the sunshine, it still is raining. So in all of these cases, it will either rain or it will not rain. There is nothing else possible about rain. So P plus Q is equal to 1. Why do I say it is equal to 1? Because 1 is like, we know that probability is equal to number of successful events or number of successes divided by total number of possibilities. Like previously we saw, if it is an even number in the score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. If the score is even, then 2 is a success, 4 is a success, 6 is a success. 1, 3, 5 are failures because they are odd numbers. So success is 3 divided by total number is 6. So the probability is always in between 0 and 1. If the probability is 0, it is an impossible event because it is not going to happen. It is never going to occur. If probability is 1, it is a certain event. Certain event is sure to take place. It is definitely going to happen. I was talking to some of the other mathematics teachers a few days back. It was just a discussion, and in that he just asked me a simple question. He said, what would be the probability? You have 4 balls in your hands. You are throwing the 4 balls up. What is the probability that all 4 will be falling down? And I said the probability is 1, because every ball that you throw upwards, because of gravity, the ball will come down. Unless someone is catching it, unless something is in between. No, we are not talking about exceptional cases. We are talking about the probability. So every ball thrown upwards will come down. All 4 balls will come down. So 4 upon 4, the answer is 1. It is a certain event. It is certain that every ball that is thrown upwards will come down. It is certain. So when the probability is 1, it is called a certain event. Here I am saying P plus Q is 1. It means that P it will rain and Q it will not rain. Together it is certain. Either it will rain or it will not rain. I am very sure about that. Have you getting this? A particular student will either pass or will not pass. I am very certain about that. Because it makes, there is no other possibility left. So that is called a certain event. P plus Q is equal to 1. This is called as binomial distribution मध्ये दोन variables. What is binomial? Binomial is two terms, but in binomial distribution, these are two different possibilities, or these are two different terms, these are two different events which are completely exclusive and exhaustive. Exclusive is nothing common and exhaustive is nothing left beyond it. Either I will pass or I will not pass. There is nothing left in between. For students of engineering, diploma engineering, they know that yeah, I passed, I failed in one subject, but I still passed the examination because ET is there. You are allowed to keep turns. But for a particular subject alone, you either pass that subject or you fail that subject. You cannot be doing both. You cannot pass and yet not pass. It is not possible. So there is nothing common. So these two events are exclusive. And passing and not passing, these are two different possibilities. Beyond that, there is no possibility about examination. Either you will pass the examination or you will not pass the examination. That's it. There is nothing else that can happen. So this is what probability, according to probability, this is what the exclusive and exhaustive events are. P and Q must be exclusive and exhaustive. Nothing common between them, and taken together nothing beyond them. There is nothing possible beyond them. If that happens, then we can use this formula P and Q. Now, let us see one simple problem and we can understand this particular discussion or this entire thing about binomial distribution. So there is a coin, fair coin, and the coin is tossed 4 times. Coin is tossed 4 times. Find the probability of getting 3 heads. So we have to decide what is according to us the point of interest. The point of interest is getting a head. Coin has 2 sides, heads and tails. So you want to get a head. So P is equal to probability of a head is equal to half. We know that the coin is unbiased coin, it is a fair coin. So when it is tossed, either it will come a head or a tail, and the probabilities, the possibilities is half each. Jitki hachi possibility, half is the answer for one toss. But there are 4 times the coin is tossed, and we want to be sure that they will get 3 heads. So how can we solve that? If P is equal to half, Q is equal to obviously half, because P plus Q is equal to 1. So I can write Q is equal to half here. The number of times this experiment was carried out, the tossing of coin wala experiment, how many times it was done? It was done 4 times. And R is how many times you want a particular thing to happen? You want 3 times. Then the formula is P of R is equal to NCR P raised to R Q raised to N minus R. We'll just remember this formula. This is the formula that we will be using in every problem for binomial distribution. So we have N is 4, C3. This is combination. C stands for combination. What is the meaning of the word combination? What is the meaning of this 4C3? Let's not get into the details at this point, because there is a chapter called as permutations and combination in 11th standard, and the chapter takes about 20 to 30 days to teach. We cannot understand this in half an hour or in 10 minutes. So let's not do that. Let it be. If ever we have an opportunity to discuss, we'll discuss that, but not today. So 4C3 is the answer of this. Multiplied by P raised to R. What is P? P is half. half raised to r is 3. Q is half again, raised to n minus r, 4 minus 3. 4C3 is 4. You can use your calculators and you can find the value of 4C3. If you fail to do that, please meet me, I'll tell you what to do with that. 4C3 answer is 4 multiplied by 1 by 2 raised to, this is 3, this will be 1. So 1 by 2 raised to 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 into 1 by 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. The answer is 1 by 4. So if you toss a coin 4 times, then the probability of getting 3 heads is 1 by 4. I hope you understand this. This is what the problem and the typical journey of this chapter of binomial distribution looks like. I'll post one more video very soon. In that video, I'll be solving few more problems so that you get acclimatized, you get used to this. Thank you.